What's going on, everyone? This is Jay from Premier Gaming Entertainment, here to bring to you today my takeaway and analysis video for this Week 6 game versus Minnesota. Leave me a comment in the comment section below. Let me know how you felt about the game. Were you impressed with the outcome? Is this outcome more to your satisfaction as far as Michigan football goes? Let me know how you feel about that in the comment section below. As always, if you like the video, please leave a like on the video. It definitely helps me out. It helps the channel grow and helps to get my video out to as many people as possible. The more you like, the more the algorithm helps me out. So please, if you enjoyed the video, please feel free to leave a like on the video. So, this game was pretty much what I expected from it. The outcome, I said in my predictions video that I thought this game would be 42-10, and score being 52-10. So I was close. They did score 10 more points than I thought they would. Minnesota did score 10 points, unfortunately. But we're going to get into that. I felt another well-balanced game from both the offense and the defense. Defense played lights out again. 2 pick sixes. For the most part, played really, really well, dominating. I was kind of, that second series after the pick six, they did show that they were getting run on a little bit, which was, obviously not what you want to see. And that one last series before the end of the half where they gave up that big play for a touchdown. Unfortunately, that happened. But except for that, for the most part, Minnesota didn't do anything. One of the things that the defense did is, limit, for the most part, the running game, which was their bread and butter. And once Michigan got off to a hot start and got them down by double digits, it threw them totally and completely out of what they like to do, kind of like what they did in Nebraska in the previous game. Once Minnesota became a passing team, it was over with. I mean, they really couldn't do anything. Our defensive line was getting pressure pretty much the whole game, and coverage was great, obviously, on the back end. So, all in all, the defense played really, really well. Like I said, it was unfortunate that, we gave up the most points that we've given up all year with the 10. But it's kind of what I expected. I didn't expect them to get anything more than 10 points. Just the way that this defense is playing. Glad and happy to see Mason Graham back. You could already, once you saw him in there, you see the impact that he has on the line. The guy is just a beast. So his effect of just being in there was just, you could just see, the difference that he makes being there. And just overall, the way that their line play has been, it's been exceptional this year. Their whole rotating in defensive linemen and edge rushers, keeping everybody fresh, and just having there being literally no drop off, no matter who is in there, is a recipe for success. Up front. And that's why Michigan has been as dominant as they've been over the last 3 years. Is, Harbaugh's come up with this formula, and it's a formula and thing that I've been saying, I can't remember for how long. And I've been saying this in my videos, so you can go back and watch it. Line play is not the most exciting thing, it's not the sexiest thing, but it's the most important thing as far as winning football games on a consistent basis. You win at the line of scrimmage, more than likely you're going to win the game. And these last 3 years, Harbaugh has built his whole program on the premise of having them win at the line of scrimmage, whether it be offense or defense. That's why they're winning these games for the most part. And that's why they've been so dominant running the football. That's why they've been so dominant on defense. It's because they've been winning at the line of scrimmage on both offense and defense. So nothing is dropping off. It's like it doesn't seem to matter who is in there. It doesn't matter who leaves for the NFL. It's just rinse and repeat, add and replace. They've been, recruiting at a high level, getting the guys that they want to play, both lines. And if there's any deficiency or any weakness that they feel, with the reputation that they have, especially on the offensive line, they can bring in virtually whoever they want to plug in whatever they feel might be a weakness. And that's what they did this year. And I honestly think that they probably, if they couldn't get the guys that they got to come in, they still would have been good with the guys that they had, as far as the guys that they've been developing. So, all in all, the defense played lights out offensively. Lights out, it seems like, with Harbaugh returning, being on the sideline. It's like their line play has gradually got better as far as their offensive line goes, their running game goes. And, you're seeing that with how we're playing. We're getting better runs, better push, better protection. The offensive line is just starting to play better. Now, don't get me wrong, especially on the defensive side, I'm just going to go back to it for a little bit. Minnesota, Nebraska, these are not exactly offensive juggernauts, but the dominance is still there. And that's what you look to see, is are we dominating, despite whatever the competition may be? And the answer to that is yes. JJ looked really, really good. He didn't have to really do a whole lot with his arm, but made a lot of great throws. Ran for a couple of touchdowns, which is just icing on the cake as far as getting stuff out there to make defenses see that on film and now have to account for that, which will, to me, open up the running game even more. Because now it's like, you can't just focus in on the running back. There's a chance that the quarterback may take off. It might be a read option. He might not hand it off. He might pull it and run. So you have to account for that. You have to respect that. And that's just going to open up not only the running game as far as having, defensive players hesitate, but it's going to open up play action even more, because you got to freeze to account for not only the running back, but now the quarterback, which is going to, open up the play action game. And, it just makes the offense just that much easier. So, I'm just really impressed with how the team played. Going on the road, as I mentioned, playing on the road is never easy, regardless of who the team is. If it's a team that is half decent, which, Minnesota is at least a decent team, they're probably going to make a bowl. And, going on the road is never easy, and Michigan has made it look easy these last 2 games. It's been really impressive. It's just, you just take it one game at a time, And we got Indiana next at home, so we'll look forward to that game. In the meantime, it's back to the drawing board and just work on getting better, work on improving. It's good to see them get as many people that they did into the game to get reps, especially the backups. And it's good to, obviously it's good to get a win, good to get a comfortable win. And also I just wanted to add, JJ threw for 1 touchdown, ran for 2. I did make a video about them, as far as him winning the Heisman, did he have a chance? And, as well as he's played, he's just not going to get the stats that these other guys are going to get, because this is the way Michigan plays, possessing the ball, long drives, defense, running the football, getting a lot of rushing touchdowns as opposed to passing the ball. They're trying to be as balanced as possible on offense as far as passing and running, but he doesn't even play in the fourth quarter. So it's like you don't get the opportunities that some of these other guys who are front runners for the Heisman get, because he's only playing 3 quarters at the most each game. Well, some of these guys are playing a full game and having an opportunity to pad their stats because they have to. They're in these games. A guy like Caleb Williams, he's got to throw for 6 touchdowns because their defense is just going to give up 6 touchdowns on their own. So he's got to throw for 6, and they got to win, 48-41 or something like that. So, fortunately, it feels like as well as JJ has played, he just will not have the stats to get him to a point where he's going to be, considered for Heisman. Obviously, the last 3 games of the season will be different. He'll definitely be pushed in those games, so I doubt he'll be out after 3 quarters in those games. But by then, whoever is going to be in front of him as far as that goes is going to be miles ahead, just because we're just not going to be in competitive games. But I'm happy that where we're at, happy that we're winning comfortably, and it's on to the next game. So anyways, that's it for the video. Thank you for watching. If you liked the video and you made it this far, if you haven't already, please leave a like on the video. It definitely helps me out. Leave me a comment in the comment section below as far as how you feel about the game. And if you enjoy my content, definitely subscribe to the channel. Anyways, thank you for watching, and as always, go blue.